John Doyle here, and another race of the day from Optix. This is going to be on Thursday, February 10th, Aqueduct Race 5. And we got a very unique kind of plot. So I want you to pay attention because this happens not often. We talked about this before, but this could also set up for long price horses. So I'm going to give you an approach to play this race. And then your homework assignment is to fill in some of the horses that you want to use. I'm going to really be focusing in probably on the trifecta in this race because I think this race will be good for that. So the first thing I notice is our old plot fit. Green, good, that's really good. The contention, it's a flame and then the speed rating is high, 50. So we got a real situation here where we could potentially see a meltdown, but let's look at the plot. Let's look at the run styles. Looks like we have 4 EP types and 2 P types. And if you look at quadrant 1 and around there, big cluster of circles, maybe one square and lots of circles. This visual screams out off the pace. Okay, folks. So it may not run that way. Sometimes it all depends, but generally your off the pace horse is going to have a better chance with this type of plot than other times. And we do have a couple of closers. One is the 8, Tail the Miss, who just comes off a win, got a trip that we had him last time. It was at 12-1, we gave him out, and it was because he got a similar kind of pace scenario. But he did get a perfect trip, and we'll go through his form a little bit, but it looks like maybe he peaked in that last race. He's coming right back, so off 13 days, so something to watch. The other horse is a real deep closer, and these horses are generally very bad bets. The number 6, Cool Quartet. But don't have the morning lines out yet, but I just saw it come up 8-1. I think he's going to be much more than that, and he would have to be more than that for me to bet. So he would have to be double digits in this case. So, but he is a closer in a race that really looks like there's a lot of speed contention, and he's got the kind of plot that says he could swoop this field potentially. So the number 6 is Cool Quartet. Going to probably approach this race where I'm going to play him in all the slots and then try to figure out who I want to eliminate, and then figure out, which is going to be your assignment, figure out like what horses you include in first, second, and third around the 6. Okay. So that's as simple as it is. We're going to go with this pace profile, and we're going to key the 6 in all 3 slots. And I'm going to take a look at it. It's always got to, you always want to take a look at all these horses though, once you kind of declare something like that. So let's go to the grid and let's look at the number 8. I'm sorry, the number 6, Cool Quartet. He's second off a layoff. Now, his last race, and there's 2 other horses coming out of that same race, it looks like a key race to me. The winner just freaked and ran a 102 Optix fig, which is a huge number, especially for this level, 16,000. So he's going to get a little class relief now here, right? He's going to move down from the 16 down to 10. And I think you're going to see more of an effort this time, because that race was really, the winner really kind of spaced the field and just ran them off their feet and ran really fast. And if you look at the race shape for that race, it was average very fast. So it was a good race, very good race. His race before that, he was against the flow and still ran a good third. The thing is your heart's going to stop, because I mean, he just comes from way back, and he's going to have to get the right trip. But he has won. It's not like a horse that he can't win. So he's been able to win from far back. And what I like about, even though the jockey has not won a race at this meet, that's his regular jockey. So he's sticking with him. He's typically a fair Finger Lakes rider, comes in, probably his only mount for the day. I view that as a positive, though maybe people view it as a negative. And I just think, even though he says morning line 8-1, I think he's going to be more than that, hoping that's the case. And again, the range is 83 to 91. He's more recently run 85, so he's not too far off of it in terms of speed figure. So it's a gamble, right? But in this kind of race with this kind of pace dynamic that kind of favors him, he's worth the shot. Okay, he's worth the shot at double digits. So what are we going to do around him? Well, there's 2 other horses that I want to talk about maybe not using. The 8 is Tail the Miss, who I thought got a perfect setup the last time and made every use of it. Ran a big figure. Now is moving a little bit up in class. And maybe he gets the same one again today, but I think he's back, a 9-year-old back 13 days. And a barn that's low percentage win barn, when they win, they usually win at prices. This horse is going to be much less, not going to be worth the value, in my opinion. So it's a horse I'm not going to use. That might get some play. And the other one, and this horse was the only square in quadrant 1 I don't like. And the reason being is this horse, last race, had it all his own way, and still, you see the grit minus. That's really tells me a lot about class. I mean, he's getting class relief, but still, I don't trust this horse. He's changed barns since then. They're dropping him down, not a sign of confidence with the new connections. And just read this extended note in the last one. Benefit when Presser clipped heels and tossed Rider, left him in the clear. Then Rider herded Stalker into the loose horse. The horse just showed no grit. It was out finished late. Not a good note. So what I'm going to do is I'm playing the 6 and all 3 slots of the trifecta. I'm going to try to eliminate the 3 and 8, which I think might take some money in here, and figure out, come closer to post time, which horses from an odds perspective I might want to put on the win end, maybe use 2 or 3 there, use the rest of them, in the place and shows, and you know what I'm saying, key around the 6. And that's the idea here for race 5 at Aqueduct. Again, a pure pace dynamic play. Sometimes they hit, sometimes they don't, but they don't have to hit that many times because it's usually such a good payout that it's worth taking the gamble. And this is a scenario I've seen before that's worth taking the gamble. So that's it. Thanks a lot. I'm not going to probably be putting the videos out, send an email all the time for our clients. But so if you want to go see new videos, they'll be on our YouTube channel. Just pay attention to that. And thanks for listening.